for your host and MC for the evening. Please give a very fun to Andrew Medikaitis.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I hope you can hear me through my jacket. So I have the matching thong on too. It's fantastic. No, I'm so glad you guys are out here tonight. It's fantastic. This is for we're doing toys for House of Bread. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you look at the spread that's behind me, this is what I'm talking about. No, please clap. Yes, please clap. We got a great host comedian tonight for you. Just your guys are going to be side splitting. Keep ordering the buckets of alcohol. Those are always good. So, but no, it's awesome to be here and so forth and to host. And it's funny for me because the holidays really weren't a thing. Like I lost a lot of all my grandparents in the early 2000s, so I kind of moved away from the holiday thing because you're growing up, you have the big family thing. So for about 4 or 5 years, it was just my mom, my dad, my sister, and I staring at each other over dinner. Well, let me rephrase. My dad would go to bed at 6 o'clock. My mom and sister would get plastered like white girl sorority pledging, like, woo! 2 more sips! Like, kind of drunk. And then I would just watch The Ref, Die Hard, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation on repeat until I blacked out. So, yeah. But now that I've actually gotten like a niece and a nephew, I get to see what it's like for them to open presents and see the wonderment in their eyes. And it's really cool as they tear open the packages and stuff. But I forgot what I missed about the holidays because my mom does this thing called the Christmas Village. You know those Department 56 houses with the lights? Yeah, I've seen a lot. Yeah, okay. Well, she started it in 1984 when I was born. Okay? And she got one house. Well, every year we would try to get her a new house so she could, build the collection. Except my sister and my dad and I wouldn't fucking talk to each other, so we'd get her like 3 houses. So I didn't put the goddamn thing up in like 4 or 5 years. I put it up. She's like, it's my Christmas village. Fuck that, it's a booming metropolis. It's supposed to be the Christmas village. I'm like, is that an iPhone store? That's a Jiffy Lube. Is that a strip joint? What, is that chapter 3? Ebenezer gets a lap dance? What the fuck is that? 112 houses. Oh my God, it was ridiculous. Yeah, booming Christmas village, my ass. But the interesting thing is every time she does it, she puts on the light up sweater and stuff, and she puts on Christmas carols. And after a few years, you miss Christmas carols. And I forgot how awesome and awkward they are. And I'm not talking about Baby It's Cold Outside. We could have an entire conversation about Baby It's Cold Outside. Which, ironically, funny enough, now the song, kinda rapey. Like chloroform coming at you, kinda bad. But in the 40s and the 50s, when the line is, say, what's in this drink, that's actually the equivalent today of, yo, hold my beer. You'd be like, say, what's in this drink? This is fantastic. Let's do some lap dances. Like, that's exactly what it meant. And if you listen to the song, it's about a woman making her choice to stay. Like, my father will be pacing the floor, my mother will start to worry. It's actually a song about, if you kind of look at it, female empowerment. Not the creepiest song to me, though. Santa Claus is coming to town. Creepiest, oh, you're with me. Oh, don't get ahead of me. Damn it. No, but like, we all know the song. He's making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out whose daughter you're nice. Okay, we all know the words. I'm now going to do the words as Liam Neeson from Taken. Okay? I'm making a list and checking it twice. Oh, I'm gonna find out who's not here nice. Because I'm coming to town. I see you when you're sleeping, and I know when you're awake. And I know if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sakes. It's fucking creepy! Horribly creepy. Oh, I have a particular set of skills, and it's putting presents in your fucking pants. Like, it's fucking awful, it's horrible, it's creepy. So I'm gonna get out of here. I got one story I love to tell at Thanksgiving. I love to tell at Christmas. It's fantastic, and it's one of those stories that lets you believe that like hope and joy is still alive. And a few years ago, I brought my wife back. She's from Virginia Beach, and they have this beautiful boardwalk that's about a half a mile long. And they do lights and everything. And one of the north end of the boardwalk, there's a kind of outside orchestra, kind of like the 11th Pavilion. There's music outside. So as we get closer and we walk towards it or whatever, we hear Christmas carols are going on. So as we get closer, there's a bar right across the street where you can sit and actually watch. So as we get closer, we actually look on stage, and on stage there's a 6-foot-tall black woman belting out "All I Want for Christmas Is You," and next to her is a 13-year-old little girl with Down syndrome. Has the best voice I've ever heard. Ever. Just killing it. And we're sitting there and everyone is going crazy because she's absolutely fantastic. And it gets to that point where, "All I Want for Christmas Is You" hits the high, like G, whatever note that is. Well, that's the little girl's part. And she hits it, and she kills it. And there are white women passing out, guys are throwing room keys. It's awesome. So they finish the song, and the black woman goes, "That's how we get down." And without missing a beat, the little girl goes, "With Down syndrome." Drops the mic and walks off stage. Happy holidays. God damn it. All right, on that note, I'll get out of here. Let some other great comedians come up. I got Mike sitting right behind me. If Mike talks real funny, he's a great comedian. You're going to love him. Keep it going all night.
Keep it going for Andrew, everybody. Red jacket, candy cane pants. Santa's awkward goth phase in college. What do we got up here? Okay, so we got coloring books, a text and go learning phone. That poor kid. Okay. I really want to ride the unicorn. That poor unicorn. How's everybody doing tonight? Awesome. You are energetic. Thank you so much. Xena Warrior Princess, everybody. Awesome. I want to apologize to all the single women in the room, though. I am already like a brother to someone else. It's not that I'm bad with women. I'm just about as sought after as a white crayon. Why is that the sympathetic one? Already? I'm already getting, "Oh, he's so sad." I'm 30 seconds in. That's my favorite joke, though. I tell it every show. Same reaction every time. 15 laughs and, "Oh." But nobody ever feels sad enough to actually date me. That's the weird thing. The women are always like, "That's so sad." Not sad enough, but still pretty sad. We are rapidly approaching the end of football season. Yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, I'm a baseball fan. I love baseball. I am a big baseball fan. One other person in the room's with me. My grandma is a huge baseball fan. I love watching baseball with my grandma. And earlier this year, we were watching an Indians game. And I said, "Grandma, why do you love baseball so much?" It's because it's, the great American pastime. And she said, "No, those baseball players, they just have such nice tushies. Their tushies are just so darn nice." I don't know why I made my grandma sound like she's from Minnesota, but we're rolling with it now. Their tushies are just so darn nice. This is the most I've heard the word tushy in my life at this point. And my grandpa comes walking in the room, and I was like, "Grandpa, Grandma's just watching baseball because she likes staring at dudes' butts." And he turns to me and he goes, "Why do you think she married me?" And he shook his ass and he walked out of the room. I can never watch baseball with my grandma again, though. I can't, because now I know the 3 feet to my left, she's feeling some type of way. Therapy's expensive. My healthcare plan sucks. Yeah, I'm single. Been single for a while. I don't mind because I have more money for McDoubles. Yeah, that's good stuff. This set brought to you by McDonald's. I wish. I have been single for a long time. And people say, like, "Oh, if I die, clear my browser history." If I die, just destroy my computer. Just light it on fire. It's fine. I like doing stand-up because it's a non-glamorous profession. I'm not a glamorous person. I dress like I am, but I've got white socks on, so they're short socks too. Like not even Christmassy. It's like if they're snow-colored, whatever. No. I'm not a glamorous person. I'm not. That's why I do this. As somebody asked me one time, "Hey man, how many crunches can you do?" I said, "It depends on how many chips are in the bag." So they can bench press 300 pounds. I press my 300-pound ass on a bench. That's That's kind of the same thing. There's a phrase in life that I can't stand hearing, and I have a lady at work that says it all the time. I really hate the phrase, "What would Jesus do?" There's a lady at work all the time. She's always, they're having a bad day, something's going wrong. Well, Mike, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? I don't know, Carol. Jesus fed 500 people with 2 fish and a loaf of bread. You couldn't be bothered to bring a pot of chili to the cook-off. Jesus died and rose from the dead 3 days later. You stub your toe, you go home for a week, Carol. Fuck Carol. That's rude. I'm gonna wind up in HR. That's fine. That's good. That's all right. I got into a road rage incident recently. I was driving down the road and the guy was pulling out and he cut me off. I swerved to get around him and he got all mad. So he's floored to get up next to me in his, big black truck. I drive a tiny little white Hyundai. Picture this and basically like the Hyundai version of a VW Bug. It's he's pulling up next to me, he's flipping me off, he's cussing at me. I'm just driving straight because I've seen up ahead we're coming to a school zone. So I, brake. He goes flying past me. The cop, woo, he pulls him over. I go flying past him. He's sitting there banging on his dashboard, cussing. I pull over into the speedway, get something to drink, and I'm over there at the 6,700 ounce pop machine in the back. Who needs a cup of pop that fucking big? Okay, who is buying the marked for survival in the desert size cup at Speedway? I don't understand it. You get free refills with it. Who needs the refill? You've got instead of cocaine, you've got a literal coke transfusion going on. So I'm at the Speedway, I'm at the big machine getting the coke, and all of a sudden I hear the door behind me open, and I hear this guy go, "Hey!" I turn around, and it's the guy from driving the truck. I was like, "What's up, man?" He gets right in my face, and he goes, "You got something you want to say?" I said, "Not really." He pushes me, and I back up against the pop machine. And I'm smiling because I've seen a cop enter the Speedway right behind me. The cop walks up to the guy and he taps him on the shoulder, and the guy turns around and goes, "What? Ah, fuck!" Without missing a beat, the cop goes, "Didn't I just pull you over in a school zone, sir?" I am laughing so hard I dropped my weird steamroll hot dog on the floor. Do they ever refill those? I feel like it's the same hot dogs every day. I'm not sure. Right before I get out of here, I will say this. I saw on the news today that one of the houses they used for the Salem witch trials has been remodeled and is now for sale for $975,000. Does it come with its own witches? I don't know. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you guys so much. Let's bring in next comic on the stage. This is one of the classiest dudes in Dayton. Can't see where he's at. Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Irvin, everybody.
What's up, Wiley? Welcome to play, huh? Pass out some gifts for everybody. See what we got for the kids. For the kids, ma'am. For the kids. Here you go. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas over there. Merry Christmas. Hello. Hey, somebody. Merry Christmas. Ooh, hey, how you doing? Merry Christmas to you, man. What's up, guys? How you doing? What do you think, Christmas? Santa's got a new suit. Yeah, Santa Claus on his game. When Santa Claus steps, he slides to the right. Slides to the left. Santa Claus in the house. All right, let's get down to it. Who wants to sit on Santa's lap? Nobody? No? No? Where you at? Oh, you want to sit on? Oh, okay. A lot of y'all probably don't recognize me. You know, Santa Claus been hitting the gym. You know, lost a little weight. I kept a little bit. You know what I mean? I know what you're saying. See, what happened was, Mrs. Claus got me 120 hours of free tanning time. Tomorrow, it would expire, so I used the last 12 all in one session. So, don't do that, sir. Don't do that. No. Welcome out, you guys. This is a great thing. Give it up for yourself for supporting live comedy, for supporting the Kids House of Week. Terry Jackson for putting it on back there. It's a beautiful thing. All these nice gifts for all these little rugrats. I don't get it. I don't have kids, so I don't see it. You know what I mean, sir? Kids are expensive. You know what I mean? They're 12 years old. You buy them some pretty expensive stuff. You know what I mean? You get them cell phones, what, Wii, PlayStations, they're 12. You know what I had to play with when I was 12? Fucking outside, sir. Get outside. Go play in the street. She didn't give me a helmet or nothing. Woo. Yeah, I don't have kids, but I feel if I did and Christmas came around and the kid was like, hey, Dad, what'd you get me for Christmas? I say, hey, you ate something, didn't you? I don't know, I'm a comic, you know. Hot pockets don't grow on trees, son. Hot pockets don't grow on trees. Let's see what else. I am single. It's the holiday season. Well, damn. You guys just don't give a crap, do you? Don't care about Santa. You're on the naughty list now. But I'm single, but I want to be because, you know, it's the holidays and, you know, I want to do that holiday stuff. You know what I mean, sir? You take your woman out to a movie. You know what I mean? Take your woman out to eat and let her buy. I told y'all I was a broke ass. But no, so I'm hitting all the dating sites. You know what I mean? I'm on Plenty of Fish. Black people meet, of course, ma'am. Craigslist, sir. I don't know if you know that. Don't go by yourself, is what I'm saying. Yeah, and I'm on that Tinder site. Y'all know the Tinder one? You know, well, for the people that don't know, it's just a picture. And if you like the picture, you swipe right. And if you don't like it, you swipe left. You know, I've been single for a while, so in the beginning, Santa was picky. You know, Santa thought he had options. He got no options. I'm like, oh, let's see, is that a mustache? No. Is that a third nipple? Yes. Santa's naughty. But you know, it's been a while, so I'm thinking just swipe left for swipe right for everything. Brown to get lucky. I'm swiping right, swiping right, swiping right. It works. Santa's hooked up. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, you know, he's a nice guy, you know. You gotta get credit, so he's buying, you know what I mean? But my favorite one, and I know you probably know this, let's see if you know it. You don't have to be lonely. Yeah! Good job, guys. Good job. Of course, you know, I'm a comic, so I'm gonna go correct. Uh-oh. And I got excited. Thank you, love. There'll be something extra in yours. Well, yeah. Here you go, man. Yeah, you know, as far as only I'm a comic, so, I had to come correct. I went shopping, they got me a little overalls outfit, you know what I mean? I had the farmer's hat on, got me a bunch of chickens and shit. Okay, sir, it was Lee's chicken, but... it was chicken nonetheless, and it was delicious. Oh, let's see, what do I want to close with? What do I want to close with? Family, what do I want to close with? Okay, nobody out there. They back there in the corner hiding because they want a gift. I ain't getting shit. I just want y'all to know. Guys, but for real, I appreciate you guys coming out and supporting this cause. This is truly a beautiful thing. Thank you for all the beautiful gifts. Give it up one more time. Guys, my name is Irvin. Ring them bells. There you go. Hey, ring them when your next comic comes up. He'll love it. Are y'all ready for your next comic? Are you ready? This guy's real funny. He's a really good friend of mine. Very quick-witted. Hey, welcome to the stage, Mr. Mike Wells!
You know, for Keith, the guy he met on Tinder. Keith's old because we refer to it as that Tinder site, not Tinder app. Age just you alive. The phrase home sweet home is made by a family that grew up in a gingerbread house. As a steward, that's the only joke I have Christmas related. I wear camo shorts to hide my thighs. Here's a little known fact. The laser pointer is not allowed in Broadway's musical hit, Cats. Meow. If you can afford to pay a ransom note, you can afford to get something else instead. Some of you are laughing because you know it's true. I was going to write a graffiti joke, but I ran out of spray paint. I'll never do that joke. I'm not a magician, but I do know one card trick. It's called credit card fraud. Ta-da! Some of you don't realize it happened until months later. Ta-da! I don't have a laundry basket, but I do have a bedroom floor. It gets the job done. I took a first date to Applebee's because I didn't want to take her on a second date. That joke hit close to home to some of you. I went to an art gallery, which means I walked into the wrong building. Went to a modern art gallery, which means I walked into a strip club. I got a chipmunk in the audience. I do two voice impersonations. The first one is Cleveland Brown from Family Guy. Loretta. No, 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 no. And the second one is my father. Mike, you're a failure. Both are spot on. my pizza delivery guy and my drug dealer is nothing. It's the same guy. Stupid joke. I have a Ouija keyboard on my iPhone so I can text the people who are dead to me. And those people also text people that are dead to them. When I was a kid on career day, I pulled the fire alarm. My dad's an arsonist. I prefer being in toxic relationships because one of us might be entitled to financial compensation for mesothelioma. Crunchy peanut butter was invented when some guy got lazy and said, "Screw this, the customer's mouth can do the rest." Here's my financial advice for everyone. Steal shit. There's also the life coach portion of my set. I sell my weed on TV because it looks 10 pounds heavier. If you have Tourette's, your pet parrot also has Tourette's. I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but that's what they want me to think. An apple day keeps the doctor away. So does not having medical insurance. Damn straight. I have a vision board in my bedroom. It just says unemployment. If you know anything about comedy, that's where I'll probably be in 10 years. Need a couple more. If you have ADD, you don't need a hobby. The world is your hobby. I eat candy corn the same way I eat ass. On accident because I'm not paying attention. A lot of you guys eat ass on accident. Thank you so much, guys. My name's Mike Willis. You guys ready for your next comedy? We have a very funny, very good friend of mine, Dusty Harvey, everybody.
You got the mic. Oh, fuck. Who am I, Keith? God damn. Did I get you wet right there? Are you all right? You're good? Okay. Well, ma'am, do you have an extra napkin? I'm just going to call back to Keith's set the whole time. You guys liked him a lot. Mike. God damn it, that sucks. That's $4. That's a lot of money. That's fine. I am still hungover from last night, so that's where I'm at in life right now. Yeah, that guy fucking knows, doesn't he? That's our host and MC, everybody. You're crushing it. My wife and I just had our first baby, so that's tight. Thank you! We're gonna save this marriage, everybody! We got this. That's the first time I ever heard an awe from that joke, so that's... Well, she's not here for a reason, so don't... It's that joke. It's scary finding out you're gonna be a parent, you know? Because, like, you don't really know what's about to happen. Like, oh... Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh, just fucking... Can I get a beer too while you're at it? That'd be cool. How about just some liquor? I'm just gonna, just go for it. No? Oh, he's gone. Shit. This got off the rails the second I stepped up here, so give it up to the kids, I guess. I was telling a joke and I forgot it already. That's where I'm at. Kids, they're cool, right? It's scary finding out you're going to be a parent because you don't know what's going to happen, Like, all you really know is you're going to have a boy or a girl. And, like, I was scared equally for both because we have a boy. He's going to be asking me, like, man questions, and I'm not a man. He's going to be like, how are we going to fix the car, Dad? We're going to ask your uncle. Fuck yeah. God damn. Give it up for Keith Irvin, everybody. Just get that out of the way. I blacked out last night, guys, so give it, I'm not with it, kind of. Look at that. Oh, there's napkins, cool. He came in the clutch again, goddamn. I'm 3 minutes in and I've told one joke, so this is the best day of my life. I was scared I was going to end up a little bit too much like my parents when we found out we were going to have a kid. Because the other day I was hanging out with my dad and he was like, wow, this is crazy. It just went all the way from South Street to campus. And I'm like, what are you talking about right now, Dad? He's like, well, sometimes when I'm bored, I just like to watch where the Uber cars are going. My dad's the brain of a serial killer, everybody. You guys definitely don't know what Uber is. It's cool. It's fine. I like getting DUIs, so I don't use it. We bought a house in a pretty nice neighborhood. It's pretty nice, and the reason I can tell it's a super nice neighborhood is because I'm the creepiest person that lives in that neighborhood. Like, I'm bound to end up like that old man from Home Alone. You know, that guy that's always shoveling for some reason? All the children in the neighborhood are gonna be like, stay away from old man Harvey, he murdered his whole family. I'm like, no, Kevin, it's called divorce. She took everything. She's not here for a reason, so she literally has to approve everything I say about her when I step up on stage, so she can take it. She didn't approve this though, so we went to the park with my daughter the other day, and I learned a lot about myself because this little 3-year-old pushed her down, and I wanted to fucking punt him. Like, seriously, like, I wanted to end that kid's life. For real, because it's, she's my little angel, and then this little fucker just thinks, like, how, as a parent, like, how am I gonna, like, handle, like, kids bullying my daughter? Because literally bullies is what's driven to me where I'm at right now. Like, I'll be like, oh, don't worry about it. You won't even remember what they look like when they get old. I literally stalk my bully from all the time. I know what he looks like. He looks like if a Mountain Dew can could walk and talk. That's what he looks like right now. Literally has a Nickelback tattoo. Like, I'm not even fucking kidding about that. He does. Is this how I remind you of Nickelback, everybody? I don't know. That was way better than what you just gave it. Let's see here. Shit, that's tight. I got pulled over recently at like, what was that, like 3:30 in the morning, something like that. And the officer came up and he was just like, "Hello, sir, have you been doing any drinking tonight?" And I'm like, "No, officer, I got an Uber." It's a very poor callback to a joke I just told. He's like, "Have you been doing any drugs tonight?" I'm like, "No, officer, 420 is in for another 50 minutes, so I'm tight right now." Weed, yeah! He's like, "Well, what are you doing out?" And I'm like, "Honestly, bro, I'm just out here trying to get some toaster strudel. Like, that's what I want right now. It sounds yummy, man." And he's like, "I'm gonna need to search your car." And I'm like, "Well, you see, sir, the glove compartment, that's locked. And so's the trunk, so you're gonna need a warrant if you wanna look through my car." He's like, "Wow, you're pretty smart. Have you been studying the law?" And I'm like, "No, bro, those are just Jay-Z lyrics." That's gonna do it for me, guys. Keep that awesome energy up and going for the very funny Mr. Raymond Jackson.
Oh, man. Thank you with the jingle bells and all that. I'd like to thank all y'all. Before we start, give it up for Karen Jackie for putting this whole program together. It's a beautiful thing. I'd like to thank the little retarded children for trying to figure out what the hell this shit is right here. I don't know if a Christmas tree had sex with a snowman, or I guess we'll just call it incest or something. It looks like heroin up here or something. I couldn't figure it out though. I was like, is it a tree or is it a snowman? I guess it's just both of them. And lots of beautiful toys and everything. It's wonderful up here, man. I remember my Christmas, man. I always had a good Christmas too. Remember when you was a kid at Christmas, and Christmas, like, it started like, like in November, like right after Thanksgiving. That was Christmas time for you right there as a kid. And the shit took forever. Forever, man. Just day after day. Like, when is it gonna come? Damn, and then Christmas Eve, and you couldn't go to sleep, and you just waited on it till you became a teenager, then you would jack off and just nod away. It wasn't just me, okay. And then you become an adult, and damn it, shit, this shit just shows up, doesn't it? It was like, I'm like, damn, it's Christmas already? And you get older, man. You don't even get a gift anymore. Anybody out here don't get shit for Christmas? Anybody? Clap your hands if you don't get shit. You gotta get your own gift, don't you? I can get me a bag of weed. I know what I'm getting me. I got to deal with these motherfuckers. I'm off for a week and shit. I got to smoke. I got to get me something to help me out, man. Smoke that stuff. I like that, man. A lot of weed. I think weed should be legalized. I don't. No, for one, I'm not having any problem getting it. Two, I don't think the government should ever be involved in our pleasure. Because they legalize weed, you're not going to even be able to get weed the way you get it now. You ain't going to be able to get weed from your buddy at his weed spot or nothing. You have to go to Walgreens and get your weed. Like right now, if you got to get your weed from Walgreens, you be like, get this show over so we get to Walgreens. And then your $20 bag of weed ain't gonna be the same, because once Walgreens and the government get a hold to it, that $20 bag gonna be like $23.53 and shit. And some of y'all ain't thought about that. And then the government, who's told you don't do weed forever and drugs are bad for you, as soon as they legalize weed, they're gonna come up with all types of weed that's good for you. That ain't even good for you. They'll have like low carb weed. Munchie-free weed. I can't believe it's not weed. They trying to get your ass high as hell and shit. Then buy two, get one free weed and shit. All that shit. Oh, man. How you doing, man? This your lady? Yeah. This your girl Christmas time, man. You look like a young cat, too. Huh? Talk to you. They got you up here, too. Look at you holding his hand a little bit tighter. I'm not R. Kelly. I ain't gonna pee on you. Just up here telling jokes, honey. Just calm down. Give you two guys some advice, man. I know Christmas time is coming, man. And if you ladies want your guy to get you something, just tell him what you want. Don't ask him to surprise you. Just tell, yeah, shit's like the newlywed game. He'll fuck it up. He'll fuck it up every time. So me and my old lady messed it up. I don't even know why I'm here right now. I told my old lady I was going to the gas station. 3 years ago, man. Nah, because you women, man, y'all be wanting too much from men sometimes. You want too much. You know, me and my old lady was hanging out. We was having a couple of drinks, having a good time. This time, about this time last year, Christmas time, rolling around. They see them damn commercials. They get all, you know, emotional. And I'm like, well, baby, Christmas coming up. What you want? I want you to surprise me. I'm like, I don't want to surprise you. Just tell me what you want. And you know, you women, see, that's our problem. You don't understand me. You don't pay attention. Why can't you just surprise me and just show me some more love and all that? And, you know, wah, 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 all that Charlie Brown shit. All that shit. So finally, I just, you know, I understand. I was like, baby, okay, I'll get you anything. I'll get you anything. Just give me a hint so I don't mess it up. And she was like, oh, you give me anything? I said, baby, anything. Just give me a hint. I don't want to mess it up. She was like, okay, funny man, since you're going to give me anything, I want you to give me something that go from 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. Oh. Yeah, that's what I was. Oh. But I said, hey, I told you anything, I'll get it for you. So Christmas come around, I come through the door, big box, kick it open like, boom, Merry Christmas, baby. She was like, you shouldn't have. I was like, shit, you told me to. So I sit that box and I'm like, open that up, baby. Look inside of it. So she opened it up. I get a whole bunch of chiffon. She started digging through the chiffon, digging. She digged down. She was looking for some keys. I got her ass a scale. I was like, get on top of that right there. I was like, look at that. She was going to 204.3 seconds. Get your ass on. Yeah, that changed Christmas sex that night. You ever had some sex so bad you wish you would have masturbated? You ever had? Look, he don't even gonna look at her. He won't even look at her. He's like, that's the black guy talking. That's not you, man. That's not you. That's it. I wish I could send out some gifts. I'm scared though. I wanted to send Donald Trump some soap on the rope. I just want to send it to him just to freak him out. Just to freak him out. You know, I don't know what's going to happen to him, but he got to be scared up there right now. When you got them lawyers start being, when the lawyer on TV be like, I ain't going to be the bad guy. You like, yes, this ain't going to end good. Let me hurry up and try to get that wall built. Let me hurry up and try to. He trying to stop everything. He was like, we got to build that wall. I remember the other day we was watching that, me and my Mexican friend Sanchez. We was watching it on CNN. We was like, well, I got a Mexican friend. I can't have one. I got one. But we was watching, they was talking about building a wall and Nancy Pelosi, and they was arguing, and Sanchez just started laughing like, I was like, what you laughing about? He's like, they trying to build a wall, we coming through a tunnel. Like, apparently they're building the wall the wrong direction. They need to turn it upside down. Let me get ready to get out of here. Y'all gotta go, man. Took my nephew Christmas shopping the other day, and took a picture with Santa. And it was crazy because these kids, they know too much. They know way too much. And apparently it was like one of them brand new Santas. I told the nephew, I said, come on man, hurry and take a picture with Santa, man, so we get out of here, man. You know, it'd be good for your mama, she want to see that, you know, hurry up. And you know, he didn't really want to do it, he ain't into that shit. Yeah, you a little hood rat, nephew, you know, type of nephew would be like, you been smoking weed? I'm gonna be like, shut up. You know? And then the Santa was trying to be all jolly and everything, and Santa took it and put his finger by his nose, and he was like, I know what you want for Christmas this year. You want TOYS. And my little nephew said, nah, man, I don't want no TOYS. So he looked back at my nephew, he says, well, what do you want for Christmas this year? And my nephew was like, Santa, what I want this year is PUSSY. That's what I want, and I know you can give me some because I smell it on your finger. All right, y'all, I gotta get ready to get out of here, y'all. His name is Irvin Jackson, y'all. We're gonna keep this party going, y'all. Hey, let's keep it going for Mike Canistero, y'all. Give it up, y'all.
Ray Jackson, you guys. All right. It's back to awkward white guys again. Rule number one in comedy, you know your audience, right? You ready, Funny Bone? Right? Let's do this, Funny Bone. People get triggered. Everybody offended now. This guy come up to me after the show. He's like, I don't offended by your use of quotes. Shouldn't point fingers, right? Am I right, Brian? Is your name Brian? Oh, fuck, I guess we're Ricky. Someday there's going to be a guy named Brian there, and everybody's going to be like, how did he know his name was Brian? Trial and error, that's it. It's great to be here at Victoria Theater in the downtown Dayton district. Downtown Dayton is salt of the earth, people. Am I right? You know, there's salt and battery, salt and nuts. Okay. Hope I don't get panhandled while I'm up here. Can't point fingers, though, I was saying before. You know, when you point a finger, what? You got 3 pointing right back at you. That's why I point like this now. Bang! That guy, he farted. Where you probably wonder where my thumb's pointing towards. Point towards the Lord. Okay? It's point towards the Lord. Doctor said I had ADHD. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm after the birth of Christ in high definition. He told me some other shit, but there was a squirrel outside. Man. I couldn't take it all in. Get this, Louisville Improv. I started taking supplements. I started taking Ultimate Deer Antler. Well, that shit works. And just jumped right out of bed the next day. I'm like, I think I'll go for a run. This Deer Antler's great. And I did, but I got hit by a car. And, I learned the other day that Canada geese mate for life. And that sucked. Because I was not looking for a long-term relationship. Know what I'm saying, fellas? What a clinger she was. Don't be offended. Everything we did was consensual. Our safe word is... My wife told me the other day that she gained a significant amount of weight because she's retaining water. Retaining whoppers. I'm sorry. Whoppers and Yoo-hoo is what she's retaining. So, my wife thinks I'm a pretty Great guy. My girlfriend, on the other hand, is pissed at me. Holy shit. We got into a fight right before the show, and she said to me, like, that's it. Then she pooped in my car. It was our first fight. It was our first fight. You guys like magic? No. Well, that's a shame because he has AIDS. That's why I would never do magic. He's a handsome man. Well, ain't part of the AIDS. Ironically, Magic Johnson didn't have a Magic Johnson. It's very fallible and vulnerable and probably foldable. I don't know, it's quite a big one. Bigger than mine, I'm hung like a mosquito. Hey, this guy at work kept bragging about how he ran a half marathon. Finally, I'm like, you ran a half marathon? Well, let me be the first to wish you congratulations. Congratulations is actually 8 characters out of 15. It's not perfect. You can't do 7.5 characters. I rounded up. Is that okay? I don't want to brag, Madison Square Garden, but I was just recently told that I had a very strong password. So strong it can bench 400 pounds. That's the password. So strong, capital letter S, can bench 400 numerical character pound sign. That's special character. I'm a special character. I do volunteer work with the elderly. That's how I got this watch. He's not missing it! And I messed up the other day. What I wanted to say was, in the nursing home, everyone gets a trophy. And it came out a little wrong. It's like, in the nursing home, everyone gets atrophy. And they were pissed. They almost walked out of there, but they couldn't walk. One of them was so pissed, he said, it's a forced callback. You guys like impressions? No? Good, thanks. I want to just know. I was just curious. There's a spreadsheet, and I just put all this shit in. 8 of you, I think, is what You think in Saudi Arabia the golf courses have the red tees, or are women not allowed to drive? That's a very pro-woman joke right there. I am very pro-woman, and I have 3 of them in my house. They're not tied up. It's like 2 of them are my daughters. Interesting fact, my daughters are younger than I am. True story. That's how it works. By a round of applause, how many of you people have had 1 or 2 hands amputated? There's one asshole in the back. I gotta get going pretty soon, you guys. But before the standing ovation, I will leave you with one very deep thought. I like my women like I like my brownies. I can stick my toothpick in them and it comes out clean. All right, yeah, that's great. My name's Mike. Thank you, guys. Coming to the stage. Yeah, you best get those bells out. Because this lady's running this show. Give her an extra ring and an extra welcome for Karen Jaffe, ladies and gentlemen.
murder Keith for those fucking bells. I'm gonna tell you right now. Maybe it's because I'm Jewish. How is everybody tonight? I'm Mrs. Maisel. Just kidding, I'm not Mrs. anybody. Yeah. I have a question for you. This is a legitimate question. Do I look like I want to hug strangers? No? No? Maybe. Okay, what am I doing wrong? I don't want to hug strangers. I don't, and every time I go out of town, especially, and do a show, people just hug me. What's your name? Jake, what does this say to you? Literally, if I were to do this, what would it say to you? Handshake. International signal for don't fucking hug me, right? Is that what that says to you guys? I've practiced it for a long time. Yeah, the last 3 times I've done this, one person just slapped me 5, hugged me anyway. Another guy looked at it, walked around it to hug me. Yeah, the last one was my favorite. One guy, well, it started with one woman told me that I needed to smell her husband. Yeah. She said, you need to smell my husband. I said, no, I don't think so. And she said, no, I insist. And I said, no, I'm really okay. And then he came up to me with a shirt like this. And I said, no. That says no to you guys, right? We've all studied body language. Yeah. I said, no, thank you. He grabbed the back of my head and shoved my face in his chest and held it there. Until I yelled, oh my God, you smell like my college rapist. To be honest, he didn't. My college rapist smelled like whiskey, but he right there. He finally let go and he said, oh, it's personal. I said, yeah. And she said, oh, you don't like obsession? And I said, no, I prefer consent. Yeah. Thank you. That's a little joke I like to call, baby, it's cold outside and don't hug me. You guys doing okay? Everybody's uncomfortable because, like I said, college rapist, right? Good, spot on. Just wanted to make everybody feel weird. It's my show. I can do that. You guys having fun? Everybody happy, healthy, having a good holiday season? If not, I can't fix it, so. I'm a little sad myself. My mechanic retired this year. Yes. Aw. You guys all look like grown-ups who take your car to a mechanic. Is that true? You do, right? You take your car to a professional person, the same one, right? You take it to the same guy that you trust, that's not going to rip you off. You're looking at me blankly. You know what a mechanic is, sir. Cool. Awesome. Are you a mechanic? Okay, so you have one. Okay, well, for this joke, let's just pretend you have one, or a car. I don't know your life. If you can't drive, I apologize. My mechanic retired, and I was very sad because I liked him very much, and he took very good care of my car, and I needed new brake pads. And yeah, the stunned silence. Yes, I know what a brake pad is, you guys. Yeah, I can spell it and everything. And I know what it does. And I'm female, so that confuses people, and I understand that. I dropped my car off, and I took it to a dealership to get them fixed, because I know it was a convenience thing. I put the keys in the envelope, I told them I needed new brake pads, I wrote it on there, and I was very proud of myself. I went to work, I'm like, I'm doing grown-up shit today. Then I got a call from the service department. Left me a message from Scott. His name's Scott. left me this message on my phone.
Hey there, Miss J. Listen, sweetheart.
Sweetie, we don't know if you really need brake pads, okay? We're not really sure that's what's wrong with your car. No, we're not. No, what we're gonna have to do is something called a diagnostic. And what that means is we're gonna diagnose what's wrong with your vehicle, okay there, hon? Okay there, sweetie. Okay, we'll call us back there, okay? Bye-bye. I called him back. Hi, Scott. You were so smart to call me. I'm so stupid. I don't even know where my gas hole is. Scott, well, the reason I think it might be my brake pad, Scott, is because, well, sometimes, Scott, I like to stop by my ex-boyfriend's house at 3 in the morning. Just to talk, Scott. And, I don't want to wake up his wife, Scott. And my car makes this noise, Scott. And it sounds something like this. So I'm pretty sure it's a brake pad, Scott. I got new brake pads. And he showed me how to find my gas hole. Thank you guys so much. Are you ready for your next comment? Oh my God, me too. Please give it up for Dan Sebring.
Yeah, I hugged her. You just have to know her. You know what I mean? Give it up for Karen Jaffe, everybody. Hell yeah. Oh man, that shit happens though. Karen's right. I went to do the mechanic stuff. They assume women don't know shit. I went to take my girlfriend to the mechanic because she needed a ride. And I was talking, we went in, and the guy was talking, and then she handed the keys, and then he just looks at me, he's like, okay, so what we're gonna do? And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. How dare you assume I know anything? That is quite rude of you. I'm just her ride. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want anything to do with this. I'm very stupid. Cool. I'm an old soul. I work at a JCPenney. And I work at a JCPenney. I work in the optical department. And one day this lady comes in and she was like, ah! And I was like, you know my friend Mike? And nah, she came in, she was all frazzled, she was all stressed, she was like hyperventilating. And I was like, oh my God, are you okay? Have a seat. I was like, is there anything I can do for you? Are you okay? And she said, no, I'm very stressed. I just dropped my cat off to the all-natural holistic vet. I was like, did you just throw your cat in the woods and tell me about it? And she was like, no, I took my cat to the holistic vet in Yellow Springs to get acupuncture. And the fact that she did not call it catupuncture made me so fucking mad. It's like, dude, it's right there, fuck. Look, I don't know what white privilege is, but I bet it's that. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. I do know what white privilege is. Look at me. I shouldn't make fun of that cat, though. That's not fair. Because I kind of wish I was that cat, you know what I mean? Because then I'd have health insurance, and that would be pretty cool. That was also a joke. I don't know if you could tell that we're... I'm just kidding. I have health insurance. I'm only 25. I'm still my mom, so it's not a big deal. The other day, I got invited to a murder mystery party on Facebook, and as soon as I did, I called the cops. I was like, boom, murder solved. What's up? What's my door prize? You know? I don't like a murder mystery themed party. You know, like I just don't. Like don't get me wrong, I like a themed party. You know, like you've been to an '80s party, right? I'm sorry I caught you mid yawn. Have you ever been to a murder mystery party? What the fuck? Have you guys ever been to a party before? Jesus Christ, you look cool. Have you ever been to a murder mystery party or an '80s themed party? Okay, you know the '80s theme party is like you invite you, you come over, you do a shitload of cocaine, and talk about Ronald Reagan all night. One of those '80s theme parties. Yeah, I don't know. I just saying like I just don't think if I were to get together with my friends and my friends are like, hey, what do you want to do for fun? I'd be like, murder and problem solving is probably not going to be like, my go-to topics for fun, you know. But I don't know what you guys are doing after the show, but for free. I'm going to have a 9/11 whodunit ice cream social. We know whodunit. Get the fuck out of here. That guy's dumb as fuck, huh? Jet fuel can't melt steel beams. It just has to weaken them. Jesus Christ. Hold on, sidebar real quick. Someone the other day just came up to me and was like, just started talking to me about conspiracy theories, and I was like, hey dude, I don't look like I read anything. Why do you think I would be into... And then he was like, you ever watch Loose Chains? Loose Change, you guys know what that is? Yeah, one psycho knows what it is. Fucking Alex Jones made that movie. Of course I'm not gonna watch that fucking thing. Oh, sorry, a bunch of InfoWar fans? My bad. Supplements! You guys like impressions? Hell yeah, I'm gonna do one anyway. This is my impression of a blowjob in the Wild West, okay? It's a blowjob in the Wild West, excuse me. Ka-ting! If I spit on you, I apologize. I didn't mean to. I'm very dumb, if you can. I'm dumb, like, and I wasn't all, like, I'm not like, oh, I'm dumb, it's just like, hey, you know, I'm like into astrology, that kind of dumb, you know what I mean? Like, right? Like, I used to not always be dumb, like, in high school and college, I used to get, like, straight A's and stuff, like, I had a photographic memory, but I smoked weed every day for 5 years, so, instead of a photographic memory, I think I more have, like, a Snapchat filter memory, you know what I mean? Like, I don't remember who I was at the bar with last night, but I'm pretty sure that they were all dogs, you know? Breathe, lady, I'm sorry. I don't know, like, I'm done, like, I won't watch the movie Reefer Madness. I won't watch it, because I'm afraid it'll work, and I'll stop smoking weed. You know? Like, like, I believe a lot of dumb things. Like, I legitimately believe the reason why I'm not a Christian anymore is because Jesus died at 33 and not 27. Look, and I'm not yucking anybody's yum. I'm just saying, I love that shit. I can't help it. You know what I mean? Like, think about all the cool people to me died at 27, like Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Kurt Cobain. You know who died at 33? John Belushi. Nobody gives a fuck about him. You know? Like, Jesus died at 33 with a steady day job. That's not rock and roll at all. You know what I mean? Like, if so, you guys really don't like this bit, huh? All right, well, you know, I'll do something different. That's okay. Woo! I think you guys really like me, and then I was like, I'm dumb, here are some dumb ideas I had. And you're like, I don't like those dumb ideas that are obviously very dumb. Alright, I'm going to do one joke. Alright, the last couple weeks ago I got kicked out of a bar, which, you know, it wasn't necessarily my fault. There's this guy who's sitting on my girlfriend, right? He was like posted up on the chair like that, and like, you know, she's hot, so like it doesn't bother me, but I was just going to pull a prank, so I went up right behind him and was like, up you go, fella, and he did not like that. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. Thanks a bunch. Alright. Now make a show of noise for your next comedian. Very, very funny. Ladies and gentlemen, Nate Washington.
Hey, give up one more time for Dan. Let him hear it.
Yeah, how y'all doing tonight? I'm excited to be here, man. Thank y'all for coming out and supporting these kids. Thank y'all, man. This is awesome. Thank y'all. I didn't think I was gonna make it. I had to stop at a gas station on the west side right before everybody was playing a number. I didn't think I was gonna make it. I'm like, fuck. Why do y'all wait till you see the fucking ping pong balls and decide, oh shit, we gotta go play the number? Lady, you've been playing the same number every day for 38 years. Mildred, if you don't get your ass out my way, I need some gum. Making me sick. You just can't go. I just want to go to the gas station and grab something real quick. You know, like my granny do it too. She the same way. I'm like, Grandma, man, I had a dream last night. What was your dream about? What was it? Well, I had a dream that like I got pulled over and then the police shot at me. I was like, was the cop black or white? He was white. Okay, well that means you need to play 264. I'm like, wait, how the fuck do you know that? If he was black, you would play 916 because wait! All fucking day. You've been up all day. And you wait till 7 o'clock. Now you want to go play the damn number. If they call the numbers the same time every day. I'm sorry, white people. This ain't really for y'all. You ain't get paid a goddamn dime, Mildred. Fuck can we do that, y'all? Like, who played, like, which one of y'all played the number today? Well, it's Sunday, but who playing tomorrow? Because somebody at that table play all the time, and I know. I know. And I think I know who it is. I think it's the motherfucker with the white shoes. You play all the time. Get your ass in there too. Act like you ain't about to go play the number tomorrow. You go play 264 because I dreamed that I got shot by a white police officer. When I said that, he leaned over like, that's a good number, Dad. His granny know what she talking about. If the officer is white. You know you can go anytime before the ping pong balls go. Anytime you can just walk in and be like 264. 3 box straight up box. What is it? What is it? You got it. You got it. I mean box 264 box and then a straight and a flush. Because that black dude at the comedy club last night got shot by the police once. But you can go anytime tomorrow. Matter of fact, when you wake up, Cleophas, when you wake up, if the gas station open, they'll let you play. You can do it. Just let me get my fucking Tic Tac so I can get to the club. Fine. I'm sorry, white people. I was in LA, man, a couple weeks ago, and like I really like saw the city. You know, I got the tour and went to like South Central, like to like the hood and shit. And the gang stuff is real out there. Let me tell you, it's real. And they need to know 2 things. They know about you. They want to know about your fashion choices and geography. They want to know what color you got on and where you're from. And you got to be able to tell them, because you go to some of these gang neighborhoods, if you don't answer the right way, it can end in gun violence, white people. It can, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like walking into the venue, I'm about to do a show, and dumb me, you know, living in Ohio, like, you know, I had on red and black sneakers. You know what I mean? And I walked in and I'm walking to the door and this dude stopped me. Where you from? And I was like, he bought it. And I just walked my ass on in and I won't buy it. So, this motherfucker, I'm trying to play the number. You know, like, it worked. Yeah. Oh, this is new stuff. Thank y'all. Okay, this one. Okay, I was at a body shop today, and they had a banner on the wall behind the counter that said, "Making cars great again." And I thought, wonder what that means. Maybe it means they'll fix my car and make Mexico pay for it. I can get behind that. I'm like, that ain't what it fucking means. That ain't what it means. Maybe it means they got real high turnover. Like, you can't keep a job in this month. It's hard to keep your job here. No, that ain't it. I think what it really means, they won't fix my car if it's black, brown, foreign, broke, or gay. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap up with this. I'm gonna leave you with this. I think I can speak for all the comics, all the great comics that you've seen tonight. Give it up for them. And there's still a few more coming. So I feel like I speak for all of us. These are all friends of mine. When I say we welcome conversation after the show, if you see us, feel free to come up and chit chat. Just don't make the shit weird. Had a show here one time, and after it was over, I was hanging out at one of the bars in the district here, and a gentleman walked up after it was over, and he was like, "Hey Nate, we saw you over at Wiley's. That was awesome. I just want to tell you, my wife and I, we never really get to go out very much, but because of you, we're going to start seeing more live comedy." I thought that was great, you know? He didn't have to take his time to say that, but then he kept going, and the shit got weird. You know, then he was like, also, my wife is really into black guys. I was like, hey, thank y'all for coming out. And then he goes, and you know, she's always wanted to be with one. I'm like, all right, well, hey, look, I gotta get back inside. And he goes, and he looked me right in the eye, and he was like, and I want to see her do it. And I'm like, hey, man, you know, most times after I have a show, people enjoy themselves, they offer to buy me a drink. Sometimes if they're real cool, they offer to, you know, let me get high with them. But nobody offers their wife. I got fucking problems. I'm fucking this dude's wife. Does he think I'm... He fucking asked me to. That's reparations. It's my time when they want. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your hands clapping for the next comic. Really good friend of mine. Give it up for Luke Capasso. Let's hear it.
Give it up for Nate, everybody. Merry Christmas. Well, big hand to Karen for putting this together. Yes. Nice.
Big Christmas fans in here, yeah? This guy laughs in the face of Christmas. That's fun. That used to be the hardest holiday growing up for us. Like, it's a lot of bad memories. One, we were poor. And number two, my parents also believed in Santa Claus. So, come down every year and there wouldn't be shit under that tree. And they're like, God, we thought we were so good. They're really happy when they found out the truth. I don't have the heart to tell them about Jesus yet. I mean, on their own, really. I see a lot of you women looking at me thinking like, damn, I'd like to have my kids with him. And fair enough, but I'm sorry. I'm off the market. I'd like to have my kids with him every other weekend and certain holidays to be determined by a judge. Like I said, it's already been decided in the court of law. No, it's about the kids' old Christmas. Is there any fathers in here? That's it. Some real men. That's it. Made of the humans with our penis. What do you do with yours, Scooter? Just play games with it? Stack donuts on it and all that? You don't even know that gun's loaded, really. But no, it's weird being like a divorced dad now, really. Christmas time, it's fun, really. I mean, me and my ex, we still get along. We were just culturally too different. Like, I got fiery Latin blood, and she's a passive-aggressive bitch. Like, it was just very different cultures, and it's hard to get that together, really. No, we get along good now, but in the beginning, it was Christmas time was always, the first Christmas, I didn't know the game yet. It's a competition. It's a situation that's happening, like an arms race. But she called me. She's like, we got to organize who's getting what for the kids. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. We don't want any overlap. She's like, I'm not trying to spoil them like you do, so I'm just getting like basic socks and shit. Christmas rolls around. I was like, what did Mom get you? Oh, PlayStation and all this. And I'm looking at all this cheap crap I got him. I was like, oh, I see how it goes. You got to step it up. This ain't about the kids at all. This is about making Mom look bad. I got you. Kids might be getting a lot of therapy, but they're going to get a lot of stuff at Christmas time. A couple years ago, my daughter, she comes in, she knows the game, right? She's smart. She was only 10, but she comes in, she's like, Dad, I'm really like a hamster. That's what I would like for. I was like, I get no goddamn rat in my house. So I was like, if I see something like that in my house, I kill it. And she's like, well, Mom wouldn't get me one either. So I was like, oh, Mom wouldn't? Oh, come on, baby, let's go to the store and get you a hamster, right? That's gonna make you love me more. I'll get you 3 of them, right? She knows the game, right? So we go to the pet store, and I don't mean to brag comics. I'm making hamster money now. I don't mean to make it. I feel pretty good for myself. But we go to the store, get this hamster. I never had a hamster before. We were looking at these hamsters. And the lady's like, is this for you, little girl? I'm looking at my daughter, and she's like, she's having a stroke, right? She's so excited for this hamster. But the lady's explaining it. She's like, you bring this thing in your house. It's a member of your family. You can build trust with this animal. And I was like, you taking all these notes down, Julia? And she's like, I was like, all right, I'll take the notes. And we get home, and he's playing, because I was like, man, I paid $12 for this hamster. We're going to get everything out of it we can. Right? They said, I was looking it up online, they're like, if you get some food to come out, it'll eventually come out to you. You got to build trust with this thing. And I'm trying to tell her about it, get my daughter on board with this game. And first day it gets out there, I'm trying to just had a little strawberry, and I kind of hold it up there. Little son of a bitch comes up for a second. But then he looks over at my daughter, and she's just going, and he's like, fuck that. And he's back down. This went on all day long. And I was like, because I wasn't feeding it either. I was going to starve him out. Again, this is my money. You play the game or you die, hamster. You belong to me now. That's how. So it's happened like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, baby, you gotta have to relax, so this dude is not gonna make it. You're scaring the hell out of him and me. And then finally, I told her, just put your face in your shirt, like this, so you can just see your crazy ass eyeballs stroking out, right? And finally, it took a while, but I get him up there, and his little stupid head comes up. Right when he grabs his strawberry, my daughter goes, ah! And then he bites my finger, and I was like, oh! And he broke all the ribs in his stupid body, grinding. And I wasn't mad. I realized something about myself, too. I wasn't as mad at that I just destroyed a small animal. I was more mad that I'll never be as happy about anything in my whole life as that moron was about a hamster eating a strawberry. Weird day. I do this a lot. I make a lot of jokes about my ex-wife, but we honestly do get along really well. We got married super young. I'm from Greenville, Ohio, kind of town you get like a maternity prom dress kind of town. that sort of region, that kind of socio-economic situation. Yeah. But we tried for a while. We gave it a good run. We both decided unanimously when we were going to get a divorce, when we got in a huge public fight on ecstasy. That's when this is a Class A, everybody's happy drug, yet we have found a way to fight. And maybe it is time. The thousands of years of science can't make us get along, maybe. We got in a big fight because we just communicated different about stuff. We used to like go to tapas restaurants, tapas with a little Spanish, you know what I'm talking about. It's great for when you're married, like a relationship that's already bored and tired, because they keep bringing out new little dishes and you can just talk about, oh, look at that mushroom, it's nice. And then it keeps the conversation going the whole time. Don't talk about anything else. But we were sitting there, all right, and there was left on the table these little meatballs and some peppers and stuff, and they ate this nice bread. And I was like, honey, get some more bread. I gotta go use the John, and we'll come back. And then I was in the John. I was just like thinking about like ripping that nice Spanish bread open, stacking them meatballs in it. I was even washing my hands real good. I'm like, I'm motherfucking make this sandwich. It's gonna be nice. I come back to the table, and the meatballs and everything were gone, but there's just a basket of bread sitting there. And I was like, you want to explain to me what happened to this table here? She's like, well, I sent it back. I thought you were done, but I got the bread. And I was like, we've been married for 12 goddamn years. When in my life have I ever sent anything back? Sure as shit, not meatballs, all these things. What do I need bread for? What the hell am I going to do with this bread? And she's like, what are you really mad about? Can you tell me, like, why can't you get... I was like, I'm goddamn mad about meatballs. Can I be mad about meatballs? She's like, no one's this mad. You need to figure out what really is deeper. I was like, God damn it, where are my meatballs? And then, anyway, folks, Merry Christmas to you. It's my pleasure to bring up one of the very funny man I love very much, Mr. Jesse Gunn, everybody.
This is why we're here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Karen. Christmas time in Dayton, city of invention. That's why I love it here, because this is the season when the panhandlers get the most inventive. No, this is some good shit. Other day, and I don't even try to fade panhandlers. I don't, because they're for the grace of God. Could be me. Right? So, I'm coming off an exit ramp, I see the panhandler, I get down, light changes. Here's what he asked me. Hey man, let me get a charge. What? Let me plug my phone in, man, let me get a charge. This light lasts 1 minute 46 seconds, come on, let me get a charge. That's 1% on my phone, tick-tock, Negro. That was the most inventive shit I heard. I let him plug in. Shit, the light cycle, I'm like, go around. He's updating his Facebook, go around. I apologize in advance for my haircut, it's DIY. I'm cutting my own hair now. Because I'm looking for a new barbershop, all right? Because my barbershop is tripping out, all right? I'm sitting in the barbershop. This kind of one of the black people thing. I don't know what you white people talk about when you're getting your hair done. But in black barbershops, they talk about everything. And this was the one that was the breaker for me. I'm in the barbershop, and somebody says, okay, if you got your hands cut off, which would you miss more? Feeding yourself or jerking off? My barber says, I can go 3 days without eating. I will shave my own shit. Or I will let your funky hands touch my hair. Ever. That's why your hands shake so bad when you're holding the clippers, see? I thought it was because you had shitty clippers, now I know. All the other comics talk about growing up and Christmas. You know, growing up for me in Christmas was a conflict. And it was a weird kind of conflict because, you know, I had a mom who really tried, especially when I was little, tried to keep that Christmas spirit alive. You know, Santa, gotta get ready for Santa. And I had a dad who was a closet militant. All right? Now, and black folk, you'll know, but white people just sit tight. No, because this is one of them things, because y'all know what I mean. A lot of light-skinned Negroes will be the most militant Negroes you ever meet. Okay? So that was my dad. Okay? Now, in public, happy Christmas. Jesus loves you. Behind closed doors, can't stand in Peckerwoods, boy. So I would get these mixed messages during Christmas. Because I would get my mom, like I'm 6 years old, right? And my mom is like, okay, are you ready for Santa? Because you've been good. And Santa's going to come. He's going to bring you all these great things. And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for Santa. Mom leaves the room. Dad leans over and goes, let me tell you something. If you ever see a white man in this house in a red suit and he don't work for the fire department, you shoot that motherfucker. You understand me? I'm the only Santa in this house. Oh no, my dad was militant as hell. All right, Christmas season, he would wake me up out of a sound sleep on Christmas Eve. Wake up, wake up. What's Santa Claus' real name? Marcus Garvey. Where's your real North Pole? Liberia. Okay, go to sleep. I was out of control. And my mom, and don't get the wrong idea, okay? Now, my mom, she was into the Christmas spirit, but she was an old school mom, okay? Any of y'all been raised by an old school mom, you know what I mean. White or black, they're pretty much the same. And we all met a new school black mom about 2.5 years ago. When little boy fell at Cincinnati Zoo, Harambe, remember that? If you saw that video, you heard the voice of a new school black mother. Hang on, baby. Mama love you. Oh, Lordy Jesus. That's not how an old school black mom would have handled that situation. That would have been an old school black mom or an old school white mom. That video would have started with the 4 most commonly used words by an old school mom, followed by the 5 most commonly used words. That's what you get. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? No. Don't call 911. Leave his disobedient ass down there. That's your daddy in you. That's what made you do that. Snatch your hand away from me. I'm going to make me another one that obeys me. Hey, Harambe, you just became a foster parent. I'm leaving you. No, Mom. Old school mom wouldn't screwed around. I smoked a lot of weed. And, yeah. Well, the thing is, and I have friends who smoke even more weed than me, and they're smarter than me, and they're richer than me. So, of course, I'm always over there mooching their weed. And I got this one friend, and I mean, he is mad skill smart. All right, graduated 3 years, got double major. He's a genetic engineer. All right, gets this great weed, but he done smoked himself into paranoia. You know what I'm saying? When you're around in weed heads, everything is a conspiracy. That's my boy, but I love him to death. So we're at his house, we're getting high. And I mean, we're getting high. And he's a pet guy, all right? He's always got these little cages with these little furry animals, right? And he's got this one over in the corner. He's got all these chipmunks. And he's got this one in a cube in the corner. And it's looking kind of fucked up. And I go over and I lean down to take a better look. The thing bares its teeth and charges at the glass. I'm like, hey man, what's wrong with your chipmunk? He says, it ain't a chipmunk. That's a pit monk. Half pit bull, half chipmunk. I'm not high enough to have this conversation. So I go back and hit the weed again. I come back and I ask, so you bred a chipmunk and a pit bull? Yeah, man. Okay, how? Well, artificial insemination, of course. You know, ain't no pit bull blood chipmunk get all up in that. Well, of course. So I asked the jackpot question. Why? That's what he says. Security. Unless you're attacked by an army of soldiers that are 2 inches tall, it's of no use to you. Here's what he says. That's what they want you to think. That's my time on Jessica. Bring Andrew back.
Oh, please keep your hands going for Jessica. And keep your hands going for every comedian you've seen tonight. I literally cried twice tonight, and not because of my ex-wife. It's fantastic. Now, we got a guy who's coming up here. He is the founder of the Feast. Karen took this over, but this is the reason it started almost, 10 years ago or so? Please do me a favor, put your hands together. Jack Wilson.
Jack Wilson, he's so famous that I can't remember his name.
It's your beauty that stuns me.
I was in Hothead Burrito today. The guy behind the counter said that'll be $11.85 even. Guess you don't know what even means, do you? The holidays and people are so on edge. I was at the mall today and I thought I'd be helpful, and I told this lady, I said, ma'am, your brake light is out. And she got all defensive and started yelling at me. I said, what are you doing in my car? How did you think I was going to check the brake light? She still didn't accept that, so I put my clothes on and got out of there. I was at the post office recently, and this guy in front of me turns around and he says, hey man, is there really anything worse than a paper cut? I said, yeah, 2 things, a subcranial hematoma and talking to people at the post office. This lady looked me right in the eyes and she said, you're fine. And I said, thank you. And she said, shut up. Your fine is $150 plus court costs. I do comedy a lot. There's always a lot of people around. I love talking to them. I love hanging out with them. But, you know, there are times when you just don't want to be around people and you just don't want attention. And you know, when I get like that, I go to Home Depot and act like I'm looking for something. I shouldn't talk about Home Depot because I did take advantage of that buy one, get one free sale they were having. They call it self-checkout. She needs some lubrication. Where's I at? Now I gotta start over again.
You're lubricating.
Okay, to my black friends, we'll give you the black Santa Claus and black Jesus, but I don't think you can take this one away from me. Actually, as I look around the room, all the strife and stuff you see everywhere. I mean, you got black comics and white comics and black patrons and white patrons, and you know, if we could get along nationally this well, I think things would be really, really good. Nate and Raymond said I had to say that or they were going to beat me up. I was listening to a police radio earlier today, and somebody was missing a Christmas tablecloth. Keith!
Wrong for that.
I was driving out on the highway recently, and they had a sign that said 499 highway deaths. And I said, we're so close. Am I the only one that when an episode of Cops comes on goes, "Huh!" Really, it does humble me to do this show. All these great, got every good comic in Dayton and to Mike Canistero. I had a bunch of friends I tried to invite, but I thought it was House of Bread. I told them House of Wheat, and I guess that's My neighbor called me and said my wife was making too much noise during sex. Send her home. Are you guys married? No? Dating? Yeah. How long have you been dating?
Year and a half.
What did you have to look at her for? She like the timekeeper? Did you get her Christmas present already? No. Did you get his? What'd you get him? I won't tell. Man, that's the only thing I don't like about Christmas. Last year, my wife said, anything you bring home from Victoria's Secret will be okay, and I brought home this pretty little sales clerk. guys buy cards at Christmas for your spouse or your...
No.
I'm the only one stupid enough to do that. She always said, you never read the card, you just go in and pick one up. So last year I read the cards, and I read until I found one that said exactly what I wanted it to say. 2 for $1. What's your name, sir? Jake. What's your name? Andrea. That's a stupid name. I did just get back from entertaining the troops. Thank you. My heart goes out to those young men and women. They're out there standing guard for us. The place I was at was dirty, dusty, and dangerous. I was actually scared to go outside the gate by myself. I don't know if you've ever been to the Air National Guard base in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm going to share something of a personal nature before I leave here. 3 months ago, I went to the doctor. I was not doing that well. And he said, Jack, you need to improve your diet, exercise regularly, and quit drinking alcoholic beverages. And for the first time in my life, I took something seriously. And today at 4 o'clock marks exactly 90 days that I have been looking for a new doctor. Thank you very much. And now, we're going to bring this lovely lady up and got this show on the road this year.
I just want to get back up here and tell you guys, really, look at all the toys you guys brought. Thank you so much. It doesn't, like from here, it doesn't look like that much until you see the 2 giant boxes that are stuffed, overflowing with toys. So, God, I hope you guys can use them at a house of bread. I really do. Did you guys have fun tonight? Me too. I hope you guys will come back to Wiley's soon. But until then, I want to bring our host back up. Andrew, please get up here.
Oh, you're not going anywhere. Come here. One more round. Another hand for Karen, please. Once again, keep your hands going for every comedian you saw tonight. They did this out of love of their heart. They're fantastic. Also, give me a big round of applause for your bar staff, your wait staff, your kitchen staff here at Wiley's. They are awesome. They are fantastic. They treat us well. I hope you guys have a great holiday. I hope you guys had fun. And I've always wanted to say this. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night. Get home safe.